How's it going, everyone? Welcome and thank you for stopping in. This is the official introduction to my channel, GBALL Vision. Now, for the guys who have been with me for quite some time, already know what I'm about, what my channel is about. This is more for the people who have just come to my channel and for the future subscribers that come to my channel. I haven't done one of these videos yet, and I just figured I would do a little introduction about myself and what my channel is about, what I do here, and how I do things. So first off, I've been a carpenter for over 10 years now. I use my knives on a daily basis, all of them. I am not picky when it comes to what knives I use. I pick a couple knives, new knives every day to take with me to work, and no matter what I run into, I use them. I will also pick up a couple new knives when I come home, and I just do that same rotation day in and day out. I'm always carrying something different, always switching to something different. Some knives I tend to go to more than others, but I try to rotate through as many of them as I can. I have always carried a knife with me as long as I can remember. One of my very first knives my dad got for me when I was a young buck. It was a Victorinox, some sort of Victorinox. I don't remember. I think it was a Huntsman, but I'm not 100% sure what Victorinox it was. But ever since that time, I grew up out in the woods, so it wasn't out of the realm of normal for me to be using a machete, an axe, a hatchet, using pocket knives, always using something with a blade. And it was always something, it wasn't always something purposeful, but always purpose-driven cutting tools. And ever since I can remember, I've always had a pocket knife with me, some sort of bladed object with me. As I got into my teenage years, knives were always with me. Even when I wasn't supposed to have them, like in school, I would always have a pocket knife with me. After school, after I graduated, I got a little bit more into knives. I would never be without a pocket knife. Back then, it was SOG and Gerber and Victorinox, maybe a Leatherman, maybe a CRKT, and it was in that realm when I was growing up. It was all about tactical knives. Like, that was the big thing, as I was growing up. The late 90s, early 2000s, into the mid 2000s, it was all about tactical knives. And SOG was one of the main companies that was putting out these tactical knives. And that's when I sort of started to really fall in love with the idea of pocket knives and, really having to keep one with me at all times. And ever since then, I've always had a pocket knife with me. And it was a couple years ago, I was looking for a new knife, something that was going to last me forever, something I would only have to buy once. And, I wasn't looking to get into collecting knives, but I happened to buy a Buck 110, which is right here. This is one of the knives solely responsible for getting me into my collecting habits. It has my last name engraved in the blade, laser engraved. This one is the Slim Pro Plus, I believe it is called, the 110 Pro Slim Plus or something to that effect. but it's got S30V with the Boss heat treat instead of 440C. It has micarta handles, beautiful micarta, very well done, and it's got a deep carry pocket clip. So very out of the original version of this knife. You know, it's very different, and I really liked it. I liked the micarta. I liked the, you know, super steel at the time. You know, when I bought this, S30V was definitely, you know, it was one of the best steels on the market. It still is a very good steel. But I bought this, and, you know, I was always messing with it. It was something I always had in my pocket, and I just happened to look up a video on this one day, and the person that, I do not remember who it was, but the person who did the video on a Buck 110 also had one of these, a Benchmade Bugout. This was brought into the video. Now, not this version, but a Benchmade Bugout. It doesn't matter which one. And, you know, they were messing with it, showing how easy it was to flick open. Because if you take the Buck 110, it is completely different. You know, a style of opening, a style of closing. It's completely different. And someone who, you know, isn't used to these sort of things, when I seen the ability to flick this open like that, being able to close it like that, I was like intrigued. And, you know, this is American made, good materials. It just so happened that I decided to look up a video on the Benchmade Bugout, and I saw this one on my travels, and I heard S90V, and, you know, seeing S30V for the first time out and hearing how good of a steel that was, I said, S90V, that must be, you know, really, really good. And carbon fiber, that's got to be amazing, you know, way better than micarta. S90V's got to be way better than S30V. And they both have their pros over S30 and micarta, they do. And S30 has its pros over S90. Nonetheless, these two knives are solely responsible for getting me into my collecting habits. After getting these two, it was a race for me to try out different steels, to try out different locking mechanisms, different styles of blades, different finishes on blades, different handle materials, different pocket clips, different looking knives, and I just wanted to try everything, at least try one of everything. And that leads me into, I am one of the least picky collectors that I know. I will buy a $20 knife, which you see here. I will buy a several $100 knife. You know, it does not matter to me. It doesn't matter if it's a crossbar locking knife. It doesn't matter if it's a liner lock. It doesn't matter if it's a bolster lock, a button lock, a frame lock, a slip joint, a gravity knife, a fixed blade. I do not care. I love all sharp and pointy objects. I like machetes and hatchets and axes. And all of those things are going to be on my channel, you know, and if there's something that someone would like to see that hasn't been on my channel that I don't have, and I like the looks of it, I will do my best to get that, whether it's buy it or get it loaned, to put it on the channel. And that leads me into the next thing. It doesn't have to be just a knife. I am into a little bit of everything when it comes to this whole world. Anything EDC related, anything preparedness type of content, I will do. Fire starters, lighters, flashlights, pry bars, pens, knuckles, you name it. I am most likely at least a little bit into that item. Now, there are some things that I definitely prefer over others. One thing that you will not see me buying a lot of is knives that have FRN handles. I have some, but I'm not a big fan of plastic handles. It's just something with myself. Now, I do have a couple, but I prefer almost anything else. Micarta is one of my all-time favorite handle materials. And then carbon fiber, titanium, G10, aluminum. Those are all, I love all of them. Micarta is probably, I would have to say, my favorite, I would say. Micarta and titanium with like a inlay, whether it's carbon fiber or micarta. Those are like my things I really, really like. But like I said, I am a huge fan of anything that has an edge or a point on them. I even bought something like this from Cold Steel. This isn't metal. This is some sort of hard plastic. But just because I like sharp and pointy things, and I'm interested in all of it. I was interested in, this high wear resistant, strong plastic. I just wanted to see what it was about. So that is kind of a short version of some history on myself, some history on my knife habits, and what my channel is about. If you like knife content and you like EDC content, you like getting daily videos of that sort of content, then you're definitely in the right spot. If you like what you see and what you hear, then I highly suggest hitting the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. I would love to have you help me grow my channel and my little community here. Everyone and anyone is welcome here. If you like knives, even if you aren't sure, and you just want to have a overview of a certain knife, and you hang around for that very reason, even that is awesome. That's how I came into the community. I was not a knife nut. I just happened to want to see a video on a knife that I had already bought. And it kind of just trickled from there, from a little raindrop all the way to an ocean, basically. But, even autos, butterfly knives, or balisongs, bigger fixed blades. I don't have any of my bigger fixed blades out here just because they're so big, but there will be content on every single type of knife that you see here and much more. I try to put out at least one video every single day, and I've done that since I started my channel, sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day, but I try to at least get one video out every single day, and I've done that for the last 6 months. So, and I'm not planning on stopping now. So there will be daily knife content coming up every single day, something different. and I do unboxings, first impressions, overviews. I do short-term reviews, long-term reviews. I do knife topic type videos. I do knife battle type videos. Anything that I can think of that sounds like it might be a good content idea, I typically will do it. So that is my channel and myself in a nutshell. I'm happy to have everyone here that is already here, and I look forward to having many more subscribers coming to the channel, getting to know new people. I do a live stream every Saturday morning at 11:15 a.m. Eastern, and I do one every Monday evening at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. Anyone and everyone is welcome there. We have a blast just hanging out, talking knives, talking EDC gear, talking about the weather. We just hang out and shoot the breeze. It's a great time. And I try to throw in a random live once in a while. There will be members only content coming up very soon, a steady dose of members only content. So for my members, shout out to all of you. I love you all. I love all my subscribers, all the people who watch my content, all the people who support me. I love you all. I am 6 months in at this point of making this video. We are about to hit 3,000 subscribers at this point. I think I'm about 100 away or so. And it has been a wild and crazy ride. And I look forward to another 6 months hitting a year. And I think it's going to be a blast. I look forward to meeting all the new people. And that'll do it up, guys. Just a short little introduction of me, my channel, what I do here, what I'm about. If you're still here, give me a thumbs up. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, well, you better hit that subscribe button down below, baby. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.